directionally challenged hiker here this Friday, April 22nd, 2022. As you can hear, it is blowing again. It let up a little bit kind of in the middle of the night, but this is what I have woken up to this morning. Those are the clothes that I changed out of last night, and I did try to clean my tent up a little bit, but as my friend said, it feels like we've got half the beach in our tents with us this morning. But yeah, that I had pushed whatever was in here when I had to fix my air mattress into the corners just because, but this is what everything looks like this morning, and none of that had sand on it last night. It was all, but I have yet to crawl out. I will crawl out in a few. It is about 5:45. We don't have to move today. We just have to enjoy our day. We're supposed to check out the Confluence, but just thought that might humor you, and you can just see it. I will say, Big Agnes tents do hold up in the wind because it was ripping through here last night. So later, we are dropping down towards the mouth of the Little Colorado River here. You can see some of that cool blue in the distance. If I'm not mistaken, when I was here last year around the same time, it came out a little bit farther. I'm not sure, I'll have to compare videos, but anyway, a little bit of the view along the way. You see the river is, it is still green today. We're excited about that. Makes water filtering so much easier. But anyway, we got to finish heading back there later. All right, still heading to that Little Colorado. If you look at the near branch right here, the one that I was saying it appeared the Colorado was kind of backflowing into, well, it is so dry that is probably the reason why. I'd heard from one of the rangers that the monsoons did a number on this last summer, so it has changed. We'll probably have some fun comparing pictures and footage that I got of it, but you can see out there some of the color where it is flowing into the Colorado, and then go back up there, that whitish blue. We'll see how it compares to last year. But anyway, we're continuing. We're getting closer now to where we can actually go touch it. But I just want to share these awesome views with you because you can see it down there, but you can't see it the way we're seeing it up here down there. So you got the little ripples going, and it is, I'm thinking it's a pretty spectacular blue. I mean, the views, and then you come here and you can see where that was all water last year, so it's only going out. It's only going out the one way. So, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun here this afternoon. Gonna get some more views of that little cabin, and hopefully cross the Little Colorado to get a view from the other side this time. Well, directionally challenged hiker here. We kind of made it back down. We aren't actually at the water yet, but we are headed down to the water. We made a stop because I wanted some fun photographs outside of, I'm pretty sure it's John Hance's cabin, and I might have butchered that, but there's actually a little raft in the water there. But yeah, here's the view, and I'll give you a glimpse of the cabin again. I'm not going to go crazy with it this time, but let me get the view while I get down low enough to get a shot of it. And But yep, there's the cabin. There is some of the view. I'm gonna bounce back up again. Let you get a peek in the door, maybe. It's always fun to have a peek in the door, right? Just do a little peek in the door. A peek in the window. And then this is the view he would have had. Oh, maybe these people weren't as, I don't know, crazy as some of us think they might have been. But down here all alone, I mean, it is pretty amazing down here. But all right, we got down to actual river level. Just gonna give you a little shot and then take you down to it. It is gorgeous. I'd heard it was flowing like a grayish color, and this is spectacular again. And I mean, you can see the little, like, I don't know, the flow there. It's just so, it's beautiful. This is the Little Colorado River. Yep. Flowing into the Colorado. We get to enjoy it today. Little sketchy here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this was smart. Now I have very muddy boots. Oh well, I guess the mud will come off. But look at that. I mean, it is just, it is beautiful. How about that? It is very beautiful. I just totally walked through the mud. I don't think wading is gonna happen today. I'm not sure how deep it is. And it is really squishy, like suck you down above your ankle, kinda, whatever. And it's cold. And windy, I think you can tell. I'm gonna try to turn around. I'm standing on a rock. My friend is over there thinking I'm like a total nut, which I probably am. But yeah, a little bit different view. I really wanted to wade, but I mean, you sink down quite a bit, and I really don't want to biff it. I'm really not comfortable standing on this rock. The wind is blowing hard enough today that it actually, you know, it's moving me. We just had a few sprinkles, but I think I'm gonna bounce back to her and I may try something else. So, see ya along the trail. This was the third time I have made it to the confluence of the Little Colorado River with the Colorado River. The first time I was successful at making it here was September of 2018. I did do a hike in October of 2017, and I made it as far as that sweet little beach area, as I like to call it, and I had had enough of the Beamer. So the next year I came back and I was determined to make it, and I made it. And I actually was a little bit disappointed, as those photos will come up last in this little series of photos, but it wasn't very pretty. And I recall the flies just being awful. So I didn't spend a whole lot of time there. And then I decided to try it again last April, and I made it. I actually did it as a day hike from that sweet little beach area, which was like a 13-mile day, 14-mile day. I'm not exactly sure. And it was, as it's showing in these photos right here, it was just gorgeous. I was like, oh my, so different from the first time that I'd made it here. And then my friend said that she would, if I thought she could make the Tanner, that she wanted to go see it. So we did it just a few weeks ago now, and it was pretty spectacular again. It was definitely worth the hike. Not an easy hike, but hopefully you enjoy seeing some of the differences and the changes that I've seen in just the few times that I have done this hike here. I mean, it's pretty crazy how that happens. Gummy Frog is wanting to take a swim in that little Colorado, but he just saw that. He's wondering, do cats eat frogs? Saying goodbye to the little Colorado today, and for this trip, was spectacular. Had a lot of fun down here, had some laughs. If you head down here, it takes you to that area right there, and I'm going to swing you around. We went straight originally to check out the little John Hand's cabin, and then we came up down along the river. I did not really go wading today because it's hard to tell how deep it is. It's not very warm, and yeah, the wind again, just brutal, but these are the views. Actually, I'm gonna do a complete 360 for you, so I'll catch up to my friend in a second. I'm trying not to go too fast. The clouds are spectacular. It made it even better, but I might catch a few photos along the way. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Doesn't get much better than this. So, later. Directionally challenged hiker here in the Palisades area. It is Friday, April 22nd. Rather late in the day, but this is day 4, and what a day it has been. We came in and down through that area yesterday, and I'm just standing on the dune that is part of the area where you are allowed to camp. This is the view looking down river. Pretty awesome view. And then we'll just go around, give you a view up here. I'll take you on just a short tour of the camp, what is available to camp here. I haven't explored a lot. Like I said earlier, it has been a day. We came in yesterday, and as we dropped in, the wind went crazy. Like, I don't know. It was nuts till sometime early in the morning, and then it seemed to simmer down for a little bit, and then it picked up again about the time we needed to get moving. So, and it has kind of settled down right now. I shouldn't say that because it'll probably start back up. But anyway, that would be a decent little site there. You can tell people have camped. And then again, here, and then we are just down. This is our little area down here, kind of organized, but we've been fighting the wind. We still have a ton of sand in our tents. I took a short video of the inside of my tent before I actually got out of bed this morning, and I did end up shaking it out because my tent had some issues in the wind when we were gone. So I shook it out, and it is full of sand again. You probably can hear it right now. It's not awful, but it is definitely not. It is not calm. We've had a little bit of rain on and off. Nothing too bad, but there may be some more stuff up there. I know there's like a little area with a big rock. When I was here back in September of 18, I sat there in the shade for a while to read because it was pretty hot. But we're just gonna go along here. There might be a few other spots where you could like pitch a tent. The dune changes. I mean, it blows, the sand shifts. It's crazy. I haven't explored, like I said, too much. I mean, we've been fighting wind today and sand. We did go to the Little Colorado, the confluence of it. It was spectacular. We have video of that. We spent a couple hours over there. Probably would have spent more, but it was threatening rain and, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, so that is the way to the Little Colorado. You may be able to see, I don't know if it'll show up, a little bit of the blue water that it has. There's been some changes since the last time I was there. I think I acknowledged those in the video. But anyway, that is heading back. I know I got some footage last night. The wind was blowing so hard. It was making it very difficult for the rafters. But anyway, I'm going to drop back down, probably to river level. I probably do have some of that, but yeah, it was a crazy day. We had some fun. Doing a photo shoot by the John Hance cabin, and then I really wanted to wade out into the Little Colorado, but it was so hard to tell how deep it was, and it was windy and threatening rain, and I really didn't want to like get soaked. So I just tripped on a sand dune, but we had fun anyway. But that's the water. Yep, as Gummy Frog said earlier, it is still flowing green. We are very thankful for that, especially coming off of some of the weather that we had, because sometimes weather can get it all stirred up, and then it's not as nice when it's that chocolatey milk color. I mean, it's okay. Actually, here's some cool views here. I mean, it's a beautiful area. The Beamer is a beast. I remembered that edgy stuff, as I call it. I totally forgot how many like up and downs we had, you know, and we had to like circle back, you know, kind of go back, tuck back in, but then we had to drop a little bit more through some of those drainages than I remembered. And but yeah, so that is the view. That is our camp from another angle. I'm pretty sure I got an awesome time lapse, but we'll take one last look up here, and I will probably call it unless something crazy happens tonight, and you never know about that. Try not to walk in these sticker bushes. They hurt. But yeah, we got back from the Little Colorado, and my tent was in one of those scrubby trees. I could see it from the trail, and yeah, I was losing it because I mean, I had it, I mean, you can see right now, got these huge rocks holding it down, and it didn't work. But All right, we're gonna call it a night here. Talk to you later. When I first saw the Beamer cabin in April of 2021, I thought it would be just fun and cool to have a little photo shoot done there. And yeah, so this little black dress has made several trips down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Sometimes I just set up the GoPro, and on a couple hikes, my friend that I hiked with this time has been with me, and she has humored me and taken pictures for me. We both really enjoy photography, so it's kind of fun. And then when I got home, my daughter went through the pictures with me and helped pick out ones that, she thought were fun and maybe expressed some of what I think and feel when I'm down here. So, hope you enjoyed.
Now do a backflip into the river.
What?
I said now do a backflip into the river.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so wild.
And now it's raining.
What?
I said and now it's raining.
We did it! Woo! There's another boat!
And don't fall in the river.
There's people coming in there. People just running and there's rafts going. Like King of the Rock.
One of them should be good.
You want to go out there?
No.
There's rafts going.
I was wanting to float by you and I was gonna
What?
If you've been watching the video to this point, you'll have seen some of the changes in weather that we experienced just over this day. I mean, we woke up to more of that crazy wind, and then a little bit of rain, and then that spectacular rainbow that you're seeing here. And then it seemed to clear up just a little bit, maybe felt like it was going to warm up. I mean, it was originally predicted to be in the 70s today. I mean, that was the forecast that we saw probably Monday night, Tuesday morning before we got on the trail. But yeah, the canyon and weather, that's a question I see quite often on this Facebook page I follow, the Grand Canyon hikers. What can I expect? What are the temperatures going to be in May? Or, is it going to rain? Or how is September to hike in? And in all honesty, yes, August is going to be hot. July is going to be hot. December, January are probably going to be cooler or cold. But it varies greatly, and it can change it can change on a dime. I mean, the first 3 days of this hike for us, okay, we'll call it 2.5 days, was probably mid 90s, maybe upper 90s at one point. And then when we got close to camp yesterday, the wind picked up again and you could feel the temperature dropping. And then we had a lot of wind overnight. And then the rain came in this morning and it's in the 70s. So it's like, you never know. I mean, April is, I guess, one of the prime months, April and October, because the weather is usually a little bit, it's not too hot, not too cold, but again, you never know. Back in April of 2019, the same friend, along with her daughter and I, we did a hike down the Bright Angel into the Clear Creek area for, I think it was 6 days, 5 nights. The first 5 days of our backpack, it was mid 90s, possibly again like upper 90s, pushing 100. I think they broke some records in the Phoenix area, and a lot of times the Grand Canyon mirrors that. So it was hot. And then on day 6, we had to hike out, and we hit Indian Garden, and it was probably about mid 40s, something like that, overcast. Not awful. I don't mind hiking out in the cool and clouds. And got just beyond Indian Garden, it started raining. And by the time we hit the 3 Mile Rest House, it was coming down pretty hard at times. And then, we were, beyond 3 Mile, heading towards 1.5 mile, and we got hit with pea-sized hail, and that stuff hurt. But I mean, it was like the day before we were, worried about being too warm, and then, hail. So yeah, just a heads up. You never quite know what you're going to experience.